Hello there ladies and gentlemen, TX141 here, also known as Paul, welcoming you to another uncensored rendition of some War Thunder Ground Forces gameplay. Today we're going to be taking part in some realistic battles, or perhaps just the one, and we're not sure what map we're going to be on yet. We're just waiting for this to, this timer to expire. Pardon me. But this video is going to be a little bit different. We're fielding an SU-85, a Tier 3 battle rated 4.7 Russian tank destroyer, based off of the hull of a base variant of the T-34-76, whereby we've got 45mm of armour, sloped to the front, sloped to the side, and sloped to the back all the way round. But this video is going to serve as a sort of semi-channel update, but not in terms of what the channel has achieved in the last couple of months. Indeed, since we hit the 1,200 subscriber milestone as of yesterday, and thank you very much for that, ladies and gentlemen, although we're doing the milestones by the 500 now, rather than by the 100. No, this is going to act, Corellia, not a bad map, Conquest however, this is going to act as a video concerning why I haven't really uploaded or been very sociable for the last couple of days, in terms of playing on War Thunder. I've had a bit of a downturn, to be honest. I've had a couple of instances where... Oh, the rocks are just rendered in. Whoops, sorry about that, T-34-57. I've had a couple of instances where, well, just things haven't really gone my way for the last couple of days. And in general you could say that I've just struggled in arcade mode in terms of flying aircraft in order to get any footage for reviews, or indeed get planes upgraded for review. I haven't had a single game in the last 3 days where I've been able to actually get an 8 in a day and walk away with it without getting shot down at least once. And so, well, it's just been frustrating. It seems as though, rather than people hunting me down, which is not the case of that, I've had a couple of people, but not literally every game. It's not a case of being hunted down constantly, it's just, I've just lost my touch a little bit. I just got to find my mojo again, that's all. Nothing major, nothing crazy to worry about, nothing to spill milk over. We all have our ups and downs in anything in life, whether it be video games, YouTube, work, football, Formula 1, anything. Tiger. Well, we hit the machine gunner on the back of the head. And they've already got the shot on us. But, essentially, not just that, I had a bit of an incident with regards to the... Now, what was the event called? The Throwing a Boomerang event. I'm trying to do this all live simultaneously, so you have to forgive me for my partial hesitation from here and there. But, with regards to the Throwing a Boomerang event, what was it exactly for the uninitiated? Well, it was an event over this weekend whereby you could get yourself one of the 2 Boomerang premium aircraft within the British line, so long as you manage to obtain 150 kills in arcade mode, whether flying aircraft against enemy aircraft, or fielding a tank up against other enemy tanks. Sounds simple enough. If you already had both of the Boomerang aircraft, you instead had the opportunity to get a trophy called the Crocodile Trophy, or that's what I believe it was called, whereby you'd unlock 3 very powerful boosters as a result. Now, you could only get the Crocodile Trophy, from what I gather, and from reading the forums and scratching the back of my head, if you already had the other 2 Boomerang aircraft in your repository, i.e. that you'd already purchased them or obtained them via some other event. However, as a Saturday night, I decided to play rather late, out of the ordinary, in order to get it done. Not Saturday night, Friday night. And so at approximately, now what time was it, 2:30 in the morning? And that tiger's now crippled. So at about 2:30 in the morning, I managed to get it done. Unfortunately, however, I'm going to reverse it because I'm in a bit of a pickle. Unfortunately, however, as I've just been trying to say for the last couple of times, due to what must be a slight glitch, I got the Crocodile Trophy rather than an actual aircraft. And so I decided to just sort of shrug my shoulders that night and think to myself, you know what, that happened, we'll let it go. We'll log back in on Sunday and see what comes out. However, nothing's come out of it. I logged back in on Sunday morning and I found out that I've still got a crocodile trophy. I haven't unlocked a boomerang. So, yeah, I wasn't in the best of moods. But nonetheless, I've sent a ticket off to Gaijin to ask for a little bit of assistance in that regard. And I used one of the early trophies within that event, which was a 50% off the Boomerang Mark 1, in order to purchase it with the Golden Eagles, which are provided to you if you complete the training missions in this game. So we got a little something out of it already. And I'm hopeful that I'll get a Boomerang Mark 2 as a result of all the inconvenience that has been caused by the mix-up during the event. And again, this is no reflection of the company as a whole. I can understand that products don't always work all the time. That's why we have control management, we have the concept of continual service improvement, things along those lines. I'm not complaining, I've got nothing against them, and my opinion of a company that has provided such a wonderful game so far has not been touched at all. Even if they say to me, you know what, well, we're not going to give you the aircraft for whatever reason, to be honest, it doesn't matter. I understand, if at least they respond to me, I will be highly grateful. So I'll give them a week on that part. Oh Jesus Christ. But in the meantime then, so those are the two negatives, and it's just sort of made me walk away from arcade air battles just for a little bit, not for long. Don't think it's over, folks. The dream ain't over of reviewing every plane, not bombers included. Well, we may do bombers, but that's somewhere off in the future, probably when I'm in my 80s and dying of old age. But for the negatives that we've had, there's always some positives. And our first positive is the response that I've made to your constructive criticism concerning grass. That's right. We've got grass, ladies and gentlemen. And I say that in a slight sarcastic tone, but I'm grateful for the feedback, because yes, when I was playing with low graphics and having the grass switched off and the rendering on low distance only, as a result I was able to perform some absolutely ludicrous long shots which I shouldn't have been able to achieve. Now as a result, this technically did actually give me an advantage over those who play with higher end PCs and want to sample all the grass and all the machinations of War Thunder over the longer distances. And so, by doing this, I've had to make a few tweaks to the graphics, but we'll come on to that shortly. As a result, we've been able to set ourselves to a precedent, much like other players in the game. But in the meantime then, as we approach the back of something here, 2 seconds, just got to deal with this. Just a little bit to the left. Boom. So, as we deal with that, what graphical changes have I made then? Well, the most important one would have to be the fact that, of course, to get the grass on screen, to get the render distance done, the quality of the recordings has had to be dropped. And so this video is also going to act as a testbed for the new graphics settings which I'm employing. Whereby, if there's a lot of frame rate stutter, please do let me know. Indeed, of course, I'll see it when I record it back, but I want to make sure that it's of a level which you guys and girls are willing to accept on my sort of lower end rig, and at the same time we've reached a decent compromise. And so that's the main item here, but also in the process, and to give you an idea, it did cause me some frustration in order to get this done. I had to crash my graphics card twice. I took out the graphics drivers at one point and I actually had a massive blue screen which lasted for at least 20 minutes before the PC actually recovered to an onboard graphics state. And that was probably the most horrendous experience I've ever had. But, in earnest, and we're not going to pursue that gentleman because I know what's going to happen. We're going to go around that corner and we're going to bump into some really nice person, probably in a tiger or something, who's going to hit us in the face. So we're going to head around this way instead. So I caused my graphics card to crash once and actually enter a blue screen with onboard graphics. The second time around, as I say, I took out the graphics drivers, and that was like looking into an oblivion, in all honesty. I really thought I'd messed up my PC to the extent where I was not going to be able to use it anymore. but we recovered a good portion of it. Off you go. And so we are now at this level, and to be honest, everything's playing nicely. I'm now at a frame rate of approximately 70. It's jumping up and down. If I get shot in the face by AA, my frame rate drops to about 5. But then again, that used to happen even on the old settings, because AA is the bane of my life, and indeed the bane of my graphics card and my experience. But nonetheless, we push on. So other positives, well, I've been really enjoying the new version of the realistic mode for War Thunder, which you're seeing here. What's the difference, you ask? And thank you, Fiddlesticks, for suggesting, mincing my words once again with a bit of sibilance, that I should take over and have a look at the improved realistic mode. What are the differences though? Well, they've got rid of the red markers around tanks. Indeed, you now have to actually look for the enemy tanks because they have no markers on them. And it means that now life is a lot more difficult in general. And at the same time, it also means that things such as flanking manoeuvres will actually work and apply, rather than what used to happen where you'd go to flank and everyone would just turn their turrets to you and react accordingly. So it's very nice. On top of that, aircraft are not as dangerous anymore. They are still lethal, of course, if they happen to see you moving about and drop a bomb on you, but the ability to spot enemy vehicles from up high, and I've sampled it myself in a couple of Messerschmitt 109 games, is a lot harder to do. And so this means that the edge that aircraft seem to have over standard ground units has now been retracted to some extent. We say this as we come around here. We're just going to see what's on the other side of the cap point because everyone's getting a bit busy. So no, the new realistic mode is really enjoyable, and see it as a compromise between arcade and simulator, and one that will allow you to transition into simulator modes over the top of the tank view very quickly and rather sufficiently. And what I'm going to do at the end of this, I'm going to tag on a very brief clip of the fact that despite having the graphs on screen now, I'm actually becoming a much better player in my opinion at taking out targets in realistic mode and indeed in simulator mode via the combination of the binoculars and the ability to drag the gun sight onto where I'm looking in my binocular scope. But I'll bring that clip up in a minute to show you how you can shoot essentially over a small ridge or a hill in order to see a target. But no, I'm really enjoying this new iteration of the ground forces, and as a result, I really feel as though in some respects, yes, I've had some frustration, but War Thunder has once again given me a new lease of life in terms of the fact I'll still enjoy it. Because as we've seen here, we've had how many kills? 5. Alright, we had a bit of a skeptical one with that Panzer IV, we got very lucky, but at the same time, I'm still loving the game. And so it's been nice, and I'm smiling right now, and it's a shame I don't have a camera set up so I could actually give you my face. Not that you'd all want to see it for 15 minutes of video, because it would probably scar you all for life. I've heard tales of how people have had to have therapy after the TX's Talks videos. And that's a joke, by the way. But, essentially, I'm really happy with this game in general. I have my days when I get angry. I have my days when things go wrong. I have my days when everything just does not go right, no matter what I try to do. But we all have that in life. We all have frustration. We all experience aggravation, anger, pain, suffering. However you want to put it, however serious you want to take it. And it's how you come back. And I've said that time and again on this channel, and I will continue to do so. If you want your ultimate example of it, I suggest you take a look at the Messerschmitt 109 G6 realistic game I put up a little while back, which I titled Never Give In, or a series of gameplays whereby, despite my utter frustration with that plane's handling, I eventually managed to get away with a number of games stringing together to give me an ace. Not an ace in a day, but an ace. And yeah. And this is a life lesson, something which I've picked up through my time. I mean, I'm only young by comparison with a number of people that I know, but you should never, just because you get knocked down doesn't mean you shouldn't get back up. If you honestly know that you cannot achieve something because of limitations, then you either try and remove those limitations and one day get yourself back up, or alternatively, you accept that and you try to find a secondary. But at the same time, just don't give up because something sticks a middle finger up in your face at the first instance. Because if you give up straight away, then you'll just leave yourself in a miserable mood. And so, as a result, despite the fact that I've War Thunder's blighted me to some extent as of late, or indeed I just haven't had the best experience, I've not given up. I've said to you a number of times, some of you when I've been playing with you in the subscriber sessions, that I've been struggling, or indeed I start swearing, but not once have I walked away from a subscriber session without a smile on my face. Because I love doing this. And, as some of you may be aware, this is a life project I intend to continue. This isn't just something which is going to occur for a couple of years. But anyway, having covered ourselves in mud, let's take a look at how we did. Not too bad, to be honest. I got my adjustment of fire, that's what I've always wanted. And a nice little bit extra onto that T-34-85 D5T. Amazed I got that kill on the Panther, to be honest. Or that they didn't see me, but then again, we can be sneaky now because the markers are gone in realistic, so it's nice. I like the roundel. Yeah, so that one wasn't too bad. And, yeah, I do love this little tank destroyer. It's really nice. I find it to be one of the most interesting tank destroyers I've used so far. I've used some of the German ones and I haven't had much fun with them, to be honest. But this one, the mobility is beyond comprehension. Okay, what do we want next? Well, all these bits are irrelevant. Tell you what, we'll go back to square one. We'll get on with tracks and make our way forward. And you know what, because you guys are so wonderful and you make this such a wonderful thing to do, and I've had some encouragement from some of you already prior to doing this video, I'm going to take this into one more game and see what happens, because you know what, why not? You don't need to see them to hit them. Now this is going to be an interesting one because it's a conquest, and I hope you all enjoyed that clip of the Jagdpanzer IV being nailed across the bridge. I'll be honest, I was surprised I even hit, let alone detonated the underside fuel tank, but hey, I'll be honest, I was grinning all the way through that once I achieved that shot. So anywho, now come what may, whatever happens, happens. And this should be a good one. Trick is with Conquest, you've got to find a position where you can hit that central flag. Especially with a gun like this. The cap point's right in the centre. So we're going to need a distant remote position where we've got an elevated shot. I'll be honest, I love this little tank. Well, it's not a tank, it's a tank destroyer. The 85mm cannon is... well, it's perfect. I mean, alright, we have very little to no armour, and that is a worry, especially when we're in games up against Tigers, and this one's going to be one. Well, it may not, 'cause there's only T-34-85 D5Ts in this. Whether it be Tigers or Panthers, they can instantly kill us at longer ranges, and they can kill us at ranges where we can't penetrate their armour, but the thing is, because of... I mean, look how low profile this is. This is practically the equivalent of a Stug's low profile, or a Jagdpanzer IV's low profile, although I think the JP4 is a lot lower by comparison. So it means we can literally hunker down, get our binoculars out, and do a little bit of remote viewing. It's like bird watching, only that you're armed with an 85mm cannon which can only traverse in a limited arc, and you intend to kill things, not take pictures of them. I believe it's called ornithology, looking out for birds. I can't remember, but we are getting splattered in mud right now, which is always cool. Helps hide the tank a little bit more. Oh, whoops, we're going off the battlefield again. Did we just get shot at? Well, they know we're here and we got him. And straight away, we can relocate, and just like this. So see, this isn't just a minor rant video, it's also a little tips video. Why not? We're going to call it one of those, and an uncensored video, because, hey, everything's good in threes, and that's why they invented a thing called tricolon in literacy. Was one of my English teachers used to call it, or call a procession of them, tricolor. Which sounds like a really bad branding for Coca-Cola. Now, we've got... this one's firing. Okay, raise it a bit. Are we getting shot at? Well, hey, that was a hit. Shell dropped a little short. Let's raise the game. We got him! Another blinder. Okay, now what we do, as soon as we killed one, we relocate. Oh yeah, we definitely need to relocate. You see that one come flying over? I did. Oh, we are getting shot at. They're angry. Go, 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 go. What do you reckon? A little bit over. Is that an enemy tank? It's an enemy something. Right, got the range on that one. That M6 must be dead then. They captured the zone, so they've got to have something. Oh, I see what it is. Get back, get back, get back. Sorry, not what. I see where it is, I should say. We need a better position. Need a wee bit more elevation. Just a wee bit more. Okay, binoculars out. Well, our guys are capturing the flag again, so we'll wait. We'll get in a position and we'll wait. Okay. A high explosive shell loaded, that's the problem. They're capturing A, but what are they capturing it with? Well, I'm amazed I hit it first time. It's a jumbo though, so I can't pin it. Oh, if only that had gone a little bit further, that could have been a kill. This is a tough game. Ooh, bugger, that's not good, that's not good. Reverse, reverse, get down this hill. I can't particularly tell what's going on at the moment. There seems to be a lot of explosions. It's like being stuck in a Michael Bay movie. Not that I mind, I recommend Michael Bay movies for the fact they are full of explosions. Let's try a higher pen round. Ooh, that was nasty. And that just deflected. Ah well, we'll take that. That was a tough one. Ooh, stretch. And that's all she wrote. Yeah, still a nice bit of XP. Oh, sorry, research. Almost got that suspension done. I like this little tank destroyer. I really like it. To be fair, we didn't get as much done in that game, but still, we had some fun, didn't we? And so, yeah, thank you for tuning in, folks. And if you enjoyed this uncensored edition of War Thunder, why not leave a like, comment or subscribe for future War Thunder videos on my channel. I apologise once again if this has been a little bit of a downer video, but we're positive. As you can see here, we're concluding on a very positive note. And sometimes, you got to get knocked down to get back up in the right fashion. So, take care, and see you on the battlefield. Adieu!